Okay, so you wanted to like really get into this whole confidence and nerves thing, especially like when the stakes are high.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
thinking like match point in a tennis final or something like that.
Right.
And, you sent me this super interesting article about how like professional tennis players
Yeah.
deal with those feelings and everything. It even mentions Zheng Qinwen,
Oh, wow.
who just crushed it at the WTA Finals this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So let's just dive right into this thing.
Let's do it.
It's all about like how they approach the mental side of the game, you know?
It's so fascinating what goes on in their heads, I think.
Yeah.
One thing that really stood out to me is that a lot of players, when they're younger, they think confidence is just about like expecting to win every single match.
Oh, so like if I think I'm going to win, then I'm
Yeah,
confident.
exactly. But as they get more experience and they mature as players,
Right.
their understanding of confidence kind of changes.
So then like what is real confidence then if it's not just about winning?
That's the question.
Yeah, it seems like a really fine line.
It is subtle for sure.
Yeah.
But basically, confidence is more about trusting in your abilities.
Go.
And not assuming a specific outcome.
Gotcha.
It comes from all that preparation.
Yeah.
Putting in the hours on the court.
Yeah, all those drills.
All those drills. Exactly. Honing those skills and really understanding your strengths and what you're good at.
Okay.
And it's also about remembering your past successes.
So kind of like using those to
like giving yourself evidence
boost yourself up.
that you can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Like think of it as having a really well-stocked toolbox.
Okay.
You're confident that you have the right tools for the job.
Right.
Even if you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't guarantee a win.
Right.
But you can guarantee that you'll show up.
Yes.
Having like put in the work.
Yeah.
And really knowing your game. But then where does like nervousness fit into all of this?
Right. Well, it's tempting to think of nervousness as like the opposite of confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like they can't exist together. But that's actually not true at all.
Really?
What's so interesting is that nervousness is just a totally natural physiological response.
Okay.
It's your body's way of getting you ready for action.
Interesting.
Like it's saying, hey, something important is about to happen.
Okay.
Let's get ready.
So like those butterflies you get in your stomach
Yeah, exactly.
are actually a good thing.
They can be a good thing.
Wow.
A little bit of nervousness can actually make you perform better.
Really?
Think about it. It helps you focus.
Okay.
It gives you extra energy. And it gets your body primed to do its best.
So it like totally changes how we usually think about getting nervous before like a big game or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And this kind of reminds me of Zheng Qinwen's match at the WTA Finals.
Yeah.
I mean, she just dominated. She won 6-1, 6-1. But then afterwards, she admitted to being nervous before the match.
Interesting.
So I'm like, if someone at her level is playing that incredibly well,
Right.
why are they still nervous?
It's a great question. And it's because even with all that preparation and that confidence she's earned, there are always going to be things that you just can't predict,
Like what kinds of things?
Well, in her case, she was the youngest semifinalist in like a decade.
Oh, wow.
And she had just beaten 2 top 10 players in the same tournament.
That's amazing.
Which was a first for her. So you can imagine that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, it was her 7th time being in a semifinal that year.
Oh, so she had experience.
Yeah, so she also had all that experience to draw on.
Okay.
So it's like a mix of new challenges and familiar territory.
Interesting. Yeah. And I remember she said, quote, "Of course, when you enter the match, you are nervous.
Right.
But at the same time, you feel confident because you know your level and I know how capable I am."
It's such a great quote.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like she gets that confidence, and nerves aren't like total opposites,
Yeah, they're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Her experience is a perfect example of how you can feel both of those emotions at the same time.
Uh-huh.
She knew she had prepared well. She trusted her skills, but she also had that natural excitement and energy that comes with playing in a really important match.
So it's almost like the nerves are there
Yeah.
to make sure you don't get complacent.
Exactly, like a little kick in the pants
Yeah, okay.
to keep you on your toes.
So instead of trying to like get rid of those nerves completely,
Yeah,
maybe the key is to like think about them differently.
absolutely.
And if we like zoom out a bit, is there a way to actually view those jitters as like a source of energy?
That is the million-dollar question, and yeah, for sure.
Really?
Instead of seeing nerves as a sign of weakness or fear,
Yeah.
you can reframe them as your body saying, hey, we're ready to go, let's do this.
It's about shifting your perspective. And seeing those physical feelings as your body getting hyped up to perform at its peak.
So like instead of thinking, oh no, I'm so nervous,
Right.
I can think, okay, my body's getting ready to crush this.
Exactly, yes.
Awesome.
And there are even specific things you can do
Okay.
to help with that reframing.
Like what?
Well, things like mindfulness practices,
Okay.
deep breathing exercises, and positive self-talk.
Like telling yourself you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Those can be super helpful for managing that nervous energy
Interesting.
and using it to your advantage.
So it sounds like a lot of people listening can probably relate to feeling anxious before a big moment.
For sure.
And knowing that there are tools to help with those nerves is like really empowering.
It really is, yeah. It's all about understanding that confidence isn't about, like, getting rid of nerves altogether.
Okay.
It's about learning to live with them.
Yeah.
And even use them to help you.
So they're more like a dance partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Not an enemy.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah.
This has been such a, like, eye-opening deep dive.
I agree.
It makes you realize that feeling nervous isn't a weakness. It's just part of being human.
Absolutely.
And it means you care about what you're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that actually brings up a question for everyone listening out there.
Okay, shoot.
How can you use this new understanding of confidence and nerves in your own life?
Right.
So whether it's like giving a presentation at work, having a tough conversation with someone, or anything else that gets your heart racing,
Right.
how can you shift your perspective and start seeing those nerves as like fuel to help you perform your best?
I love that.
Yeah, something to think about for sure.
Definitely.
And, you know, if even the pros get nervous,
Right.
it gives the rest of us permission to embrace those feelings.
Absolutely.
And know that they don't have to hold us back.
They don't have to.
So thanks for joining us for this deep dive today.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope it's given you some new insights into this whole dynamic duo
For sure.
of confidence and nerves.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course.
This was fun.
All right, we'll see you next time.
See ya. Bye. Bye.